Hey guys, Reed, Fused Auto Electrical. Behind me is another Ranger out the door. This is an all boxes ticked ultimate touring package. We've got tray canopy, GVM upgrade, wheels, tyre packages. We've done roof platform work lights, solar, tent, awning, literally everything in this thing. Come check it out. Starting at the front, we've gone for the Rhino front bar with a set of the Nava EX2 spotlights. We've done a fair few of these now. They are fantastic value for money, these lights. We've got the Rhino 20-inch light bar up in the front as well with the Rhino bar. That is one of their products specific to them. Moving around to the side, we've got a set of ROH crawler wheels with a set of BFG KO2s. Suspension-wise, we've gone Dobinson's remote res suspension. It's a 3790 GVM upgrade kit. We're delivering these through part of their second stage manufacture facility. So all done in-house. All legal, all compliant. We can do them pre or post registration. Fantastic bit of kit there. Gives you a fantastic range of adjustability, especially when you have a varying load like this one, which we'll get to more details on shortly. GME, UHF aerial, as always with the GME antenna up front. We do have a GMF 4x4 bonnet bracket, all powder coated black there. Rhino rack platform up on the roof. Light Force work light package, both left and right, as well as rear lights on this vehicle. Controlled from both inside the vehicle at the factory switches, as well as at our red arc red vision screen. Now, depending on where you control those lights from, dictate the battery source. So if you are driving, you do have your engine running, it's coming off the vehicle battery. When you do park up and switch over to the Canopy, you're then running off your auxiliary battery. So there's no risk of flattening your batteries while the vehicle's off. Up top, we do have a Hella light bar on the front. We do custom fabricate our brackets for these light bars. It tucks them right up underneath the platform. We then send them off for powder coat so that they're a proper finished product before they actually go to the customer. Moving around to the side, we've obviously gone to full GCI tray and canopy. This is a new GT3 tray. This is probably the fifth one we've delivered now in-house, a brand new product. And then we've gone for a 1260 canopy. Danny is doing a fair bit of touring. He is on the heavier side, hence the GVM upgrade. And then catering for that, we've gone for the slightly shorter canopy, which then brings a bit more of the weight forward. He's got the spare wheel on the back with the ladder and a twin jerry can holder, as well as a toilet holder. So bringing that weight forward as well just increases that, just shifts the weight forward and allows for a better ride quality. In the canopy, Danny has gone for a pretty serious sort of setup. We've got a 130 litre Bushman upright fridge again. We've got the full red arc red vision screen, so that's controlling all your LED lighting, left, right, rear, as we've mentioned before. Does do canopy lighting. It is dimmable for all of our lighting, so we use those Light Force lights for that reason. Likewise with the LED strip lights. We've got the dual Andersons and then obviously accessory socket and USB. Now of those two Andersons, one of them is for a solar input, one's going to be for power out. And we do have that replicated on the opposing side of the vehicle as well. Danny has gone for the full slide out kitchen with Traytec. So what we do is have a 15 amp outlet twin GPO in this back left corner. Couple more USBs, accessory sockets here. So obviously these kitchens are quite a common one that you've seen before. Now when this comes out, you will notice in comparison to the US trucks where we have a little bit more tray space or canopy space, this kitchen is ever so slightly narrower. It's about 50mm narrower on this back edge here. So we don't have that spice rack that the bigger trucks do. It obviously reduces weight, but it then does allow us to condense it into this 1260 canopy, which on these domestics is perfect. Again, up top, Danny's actually taken this. He's just got back from one trip down south, his first trip. We've got ample room for storage, pots, pans, other sort of bits and pieces. Again, we do have the slide out prep bench, nice big stainless top, and then collapsible sink with a fold down tap as well. Again, there is a fitting underneath the tap. You run your hose out to your outlet on the back of the tray for any of your water needs, and you are parked up and good to go. Moving back around, we do have another induction cooktop. These are a twin burner paired with the 3000 watt inverter. Plenty of heat. Fantastic if you're doing spaghetti bolognese. Obviously you've got the pasta and the sauce both going at the same time, or the spaghetti. 15 amp lead here, so that does plug in another sort of handy storage pocket on the side. Another cutlery drawer, again, all your cutlery, cooking utensils, perfect place to stash those out of the way. On this front edge, we do have a little LED strip light here. That one is just a USB plug-in. It plugs into this USB socket in this back corner next to your shore power, next to your twin GPA. Obviously a very condensed little unit, very tidy. Moving around the back, we do have a jerry can holder on the back wall of this canopy. A little bit of fun with the spare there, but it is lockable with key locks as well, so it does away the need for pesky padlocks. On the back wall of Danny's, we do again have the spare wheel with a spare wheel carrier, drop down ladder. So if you haven't seen it, I'll run through that now. That one drops down, gives you access into the rooftop tent. No longer need to carry your collapsible ladder. These tents do come with them, but obviously in this application it's not going to be required. Folding that one back away, you may notice the spare's a little bit difficult to access. Dropping this ladder completely out of the way on these two turn handle bolts here. This allows the ladder completely drop out of the way, give you full access to your spare wheel. Rear left toolbox, we do have a twin ARB compressor and a 30-foot aerial. Very handy feature, makes it really nice and easy to get access to any of your four wheels. Obviously comes out in an effort to get it back in, it's nice and simple. Wind up the handle, little lock nut on the side, and then the door stays back up again. On the back, we do have the Aquadeck washdown. That is what I was referencing to earlier when I said that we do have the water for that collapsible sink. Beside that, we do have a full 1.2 metre trundle drawer with a stainless bench. This bench is fantastic. I have it on my own. Gas struts, lift up lid, perfect for any sort of storage. 200 kilo drawer runners, so they do handle the weight. And then obviously combined with compression locks and the way that they designed this front end piece, it is actually a sealed fit as well. They do have locking tabs on the outside of that drawer, so it does prevent the drawer from coming slamming back if ever you did forget to stow it away. At least it's not going to come back into the vehicle at 100 k's an hour. Last thing on the rear wall, we do have the dunny holder, so your camp toilet. It's obviously a considerably larger unit. You can also use it for a twin jerry can holder, either or, but obviously a fantastic little unit there. Up on the roof, we do have the AX27 tent, and I didn't touch earlier, but we have another 270XT Max awning. The shade that those things throw is fantastic. Folds right around the front of the vehicle, right around the rear of the vehicle as well, which allows for more than enough shade if you're sitting at the beach with your family. As far as accessing, we get asked a fair bit on the awnings getting into the tent. There is a little bit of a trick that we'll show you in this footage, but essentially we're tying it from the second to last runner on that awning, or that last A-frame, to the back of the canopy. We tuck the canvas up over the top, which allows more than enough access into the back of the tent. It's quite an easy way to do it. It avoids having to cut holes and sew in any sort of zippers, so it just minimises the wearing products, and it just gives you longer life out of those units. Moving to the driver's side of the vehicle now, we do have the slimline power panel. It is a bit more of a simplified strip down unit. Obviously we've just got twin Andersons, accessory socket and USB on this driver's side of the vehicle. We do have a nice big deep drawer. So again, we've got the 200 amp lithium at the back of this drawer unit between the drawer and the fridge. So it is a little bit shallower than the center line of the canopy, though you still have ample storage in this one. I mean, he's got a cooler bag in this unit. You can hardly even see it over the top. It's a huge drawer. On this one in Danny's, we have gone for a full 3000 watt inverter. This is a little bit of a larger unit than what we'd typically try and recommend with this power panel. Though under the customer's request, we have squeezed it in and got that one mounted up on the back wall there. Moving around to the side of the vehicle, one thing we didn't touch on the left side is actually our switch panels on the headboard of the vehicle. These are both left and right hand side of the vehicle, giving full control over your LED work lighting as well as the water pump. These are an IP67 69K rated switch panel. They're fully water submersible, so sitting here on the headboard, water ingress is not going to be an issue even at 100 kilometers down the highway. But at least then they're fantastic units there. They're accessible. If you are doing anything that's dirty, muddy, you don't have to get into the truck or into the canopy to actually turn that water pump on. You can just use it and activate it from this switch panel here. Just a very nice, easy way to do it. We can integrate these keypads into the vehicles as well. So we do have 4-way, 6-way, 8-way, 10 and 12-way keypad options, as well as a range of 2x4, 2x6, 2x3 to implement those, or we actually have some slimmer, narrower keypads as well. Other than that, the canopies are a jack-off canopy, so Danny in this application, he does need the ute for work sometimes as well. This canopy, the entire unit, including the tent, will be removed with 4 legs or a hoist at home, depending on how you have your setup. Danny does have a hoist at home, so he's going to have a little table that he can drop this onto. At the Canopy headboard here, we do have 2 big bulkhead connectors. They're a very easy to use connector with a bypass connector as well. So what that does mean is that even when you have the Canopy off, your water pump, LED work lighting, all of those accessories are still going to work from the vehicle battery. Guys, this is another epic setup in these ranges. This is definitely our choice in the domestic vehicles. If you're looking at doing something similar, reach out to us today.